Well, good morning. It's 7 o'clock. I had my little wash, teeth done, dressed, and woke up at Walmart. Not a bad sleep. Yesterday when I got up it was 0 degrees and it went up to 24. Today it's 7. I wonder what it'll go up till today. Anyway, I hope it'll be nice this afternoon because I'm going to be visiting remains of a fort, and I'm also going to be visiting a beach on the ocean. So anyway, I've got the kettle boiling in the car because I'm in Walmart parking lot, and I'm going to go in, use the facilities, and get on the road. Start of a new day. What a beautiful sunrise. Well, I ride at Fort Frederica National Park on St. Simon's Island. I'm going to take a little break, and then I'm going to go visit the ruins. I love these trees. I don't know why. They remind me of a woolly mammoth. Frederica was the name of the fort and the town. It was founded by James Oglethorpe in 1736 to defend the 3-year-old colony of Georgia. A palisade wall surrounded the town, and inside were well-ordered streets and houses. The settlers lived and intermingled with the soldiers. A small fort guarded the river. Georgia was the 13th English colony in North America. All that is left is some house foundations and traces of the town's earthen palisade. Most of the buildings were destroyed by fire in 1758. Records indicate this lot right here was the flesh market. Trustees of the colony agreed to supply the settlers with rations of beef, pork, cheese, flour, and other provisions for 1 year. After that, they were to grow their own. This is one of the remaining foundations. This was the lot that Mary Musgrove Matthews, the general's Indian interpreter, lived on this lot. She was the daughter of a white trader and a Creek Indian mother. Some historic artifacts discovered at this site. This lot was owned by a shoemaker called John Leveley Jr., but he was dissatisfied and moved away after 4 years. Each freeholder was given a lot that was 60 feet wide by 90 feet deep. This was owned by a laborer at first, but his wife died, and then he remarried but died shortly after. And all he built here was a hut. But then the surgeon, Dr. Frederick Hosendorf, purchased this lot and built a 2-story house. These are artifacts that were found on this site. Oh, these are such beautiful trees all around here. I love trees. I like that. Oh, there's a gorgeous one, big one over there. Oh, beautiful. Mm. Mm. This looks like it was quite a big building here. Some of the steps still remain, and some of the brick there. Must have been something built afterwards. Mm. 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 Oh, this house was a two-story duplex with tabby walls, elegant brick, and wood detailing, so it did have brick. And there was evidence of 2 wine cellars discovered. This was destroyed by fire in the Great Town Fire of 1758. The house may have been built by Captain James Mackay. This house was built after the fire, about 1768. So, settler on this lot was a carpenter, and here's some artifacts found at this site. Not much was found on this lot, but the census that was taken in 1743 lists it as the bakery, with a good house and a large oven. This is all that remains of the barracks, but it's kind of cool. The building that was here could accommodate 100 men. And here's some artifacts that were found at this site. See all the oyster shells in the walls. How they made these buildings. See that beam through there? All those shells. Open area here by the barracks was the parade ground of the soldiers, where they had to march in military formation. Orders sounded with the drum and the fife, and they practiced their skills with muskets, bayonets, and grenades. Francis Moore wore many hats. He was General Oglethorpe's secretary, town recorder, and keeper of the supplies in the king's storehouses. He was also an author, and he wrote a book after he returned to England called A Voyage to Georgia in 1743, and this is where he lived with his wife. Artifacts found on this property. This is what remains of the fort, and this is what it might have looked like in 1742. Here were some artifacts that were found in the fort. I guess this is where the well was. Mm-hmm. 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 Just two small areas. And this is what it would have looked out upon. Of course, the water might have changed a bit, because rivers and everything else tend to change over time. I see a bird over there. I don't have a very good zoom. Little pieces of walls left that might have been around the outside. This corroded gun tube was found on the site. The wooden structure, of course, is new, but that was found here. This was the South Storehouse. This ruin represents two houses that might have had a common wall, like a semi-detached. One was the tavern keeper and one was the doctor. But the Davidsons, who lived in the house with his wife and 3 children, who operated the tavern and made gun stocks, he just couldn't handle being their neighbors, so they moved away. Dr. Thomas Hawkins, he lived in the Wright House. He was the regimental surgeon and the town doctor, the apothecary, and the magistrate. But he was embroiled in lots of lawsuits because his wife, Beatrix, was ill-tempered. And here she attempted to kill the Reverend John Wesley, but he escaped. Historic remains from this site. This site, John Caldwell and his family made candles and soap, fine enough to export to Pennsylvania and New York. Most of the people in this town worked at more than one profession. He was also a traveling merchant, shopkeeper, bailiff, surveyor, and conservator of the peace. Like they're doing another dig here, another excavation. I'm not going to go in it because that would be wrong. But you can see they've got down to some walls. Wow, that's pretty neat. Look at that. I would love to do something like this. I think that'd be so cool. So cool. I always wanted to feel what these feel like. Cool. This tree is humongous. It's got posts to hold the branches up. Wow. Oh, it's so nice to feel the sand beneath my feet. Just gonna walk along the beach here. Two things I've found in Georgia since I've been here. More people wearing masks and more people smoke. More jellyfish on this beach than I ever saw when I walked Nova Scotia Beach. Like, look at them everywhere. Another one, another one, another one, another one. This must be the trail of the jellyfish on both sides of me. Yeah, almost look like mushrooms. I would sooner swim in a mountain creek than to swim in an ocean full of jellyfish. Well, I'm all kind of tucked up in my vehicle. I got a little frustrated tonight. The end of my plug for my kettle got stuck in my 12-volt outlet. I tried to get it out. I couldn't. Blew the fuse and it's still stuck in there. And my meals are all dehydrated. So places where I can't get my stove out, like in a Walmart parking lot and stuff, it's like I can't cook. So I went and I bought some cans of vegetables and baked beans, and I'll just eat them cold on the times that I have nowhere to cook. I'm going to settle down for the night, and this will probably be the end of this video. I've got another historical site that I'm hoping to end to tomorrow, and I hope to find some place to have a shower. So this is it. Subscribe if you want to follow me, and leave me a comment. Take care now.